Such is life. Nigeria's celebrated music icon Onyeka Onwenu, known as the elegant stallion, has been laid to rest in Lagos today. Remember, the artist died on July 30th, 2024 at Reddington Hospital, Ikeja, after collapsing at an event honoring the managing director of Emzo Pharmaceuticals, Dr. Stella Okoli. She was 72 years old. This is just bringing chills to my body. So the funeral service was held at the Fountain of Life Church, Ilupeju, Lagos, followed by a private burial at a vault in Ikoyi. So the former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, and the governor of Abia State, you can see them there, Dr. Alex Oti, were also present, today during the burial ceremony. Wow, what a life. What a life. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. I also love that, the kids, gave heed to what she said before she passed on. Yes, that was her wish, like when you were informing people, I don't want you to do all this paparazzi thing. This is what I want. I'm a simple person and I just want you to give me that respect and just do it in a very simple manner, okay? And that came about when she wrote in her opinion piece on Premium Times in 2021, emphasizing that her burial should be devoid of unnecessary fanfare. Can you imagine? And she said there that, you have to, when I am gone, I want you to do it quickly, quietly, and privately. And that's what we saw today, because you know what? If not that social media was here, we wouldn't have known. Maybe we would have heard later that, she's been interned, because nobody knew. So they actually obeyed. It was classy, yet quiet, and private. Let me not forget that. It was actually very private, because we didn't see so many persons. We didn't see politicians who would have loved to be there, to accord her the last respect. We did not see musicians. She was a musician, of course. She was an actress. She was a multifaceted woman. All right, she was into music. She could act very well. She could write very well. She was a public speaker. Just name it. I mean, is somebody you're like. Sometimes I look at her and I'm like, oh my God, how did you come to this? How did you come this far? And let me not forget that she's into advocacy. And don't forget, she's also a journalist and a politician. So that's part of her life. Let's not even remove it, because apart from the fact that everybody knows, oh, she's into music, she's also into filming. She's, a recognized person as regards the Nollywood industry. Some people say she's an activist. Somehow, I will agree with you. I don't know to what extent, but I agree with you anyways, because, it's possible you have something to say about that. But I know that she was big into advocacy as a journalist, maybe by reason of her profession, of course, and she was also a politician. And today it took me back to memory lane. I was just scrolling through all her interviews, where she was asked several things, and she said a whole lot. How that fella wanted to marry her at some point, how that that came about. And she's such an honest person. Like, if she doesn't want to talk about anything, she will say, I want to keep it private. But if she really wants to talk about something, she's gonna say it, and say it the way she wants to say it. And I remember back then people were praising Obi Kubana, who actually lavished so much, showed wealth. They slaughtered as many cows as we can count, because they were uncountable, right? And it was at that point she said no, she doesn't want that kind of burial. She wants them to celebrate her while she's alive. Although the young billionaire had come out to say, you know what, this is why we did what we did, because in our family nobody has ever exceeded 80 years, and we were saving up believing that their mother was going to break the genes and, you know, get to 80 or cross it. Unfortunately, she died just before she turned 79. So they felt that she was just close, you know, and decided to throw that party. However, our iconic artists, you know, they said that she does not actually subscribe to such display of wealth, because I mean, there are a whole lot of poor people around you. You could have done better. You could do something. Yes, you say it's my money. Like Nigerians will say it's my money. Is it your money? But she was of the opinion that, you know, she would have loved the situation where you did a birthday. That's like you lavish, you waste money on the person while the person was alive, and not doing it when the person is no longer there to even see what you are doing. And believe me, I saw that come into play. You know, there are families and there are families. When you train your children very well, when you're gone, you know, if in the other, on the other world, on the other side of the, or in the other, on the side of life, if you ask to like look, just have a, you know, a glimpse of what is happening on this side, maybe I'm sure, not maybe, I'm very certain that she would be smiling in her from heaven, and she like, you know, I trained these children and they did not disappoint me, because that was what everybody saw today. This is a rare case. This has never happened for someone that is from the eastern part of Nigeria, where we when we're doing burial, it's more like a carnival. Okay, and just like every other part of Nigeria, you know, and for such a person who is known, you know, when someone says somebody is a stallion, you know, she's popular, she's almost into every area of life. For her to be buried and nobody heard nothing, like nobody, no single person. Quietly they went to church, you know, after the service they went to the, you know, cemetery, and it was only just when they got to the cemetery that, you know, that show of class a bit came out. But that was it. Just few persons, that circle of very close friends, circle of family. And, you know, we're just looking at the younger son. I was like, oh my God. You know, one of the things that came to my mind, I was like, I would have loved it if her sons, you know, had found their better halves, gotten married, you know, and even if they don't have children, but gotten married, and, you know, people just strangers like her wives just surrounding, because she never had a girl child, just surrounding her table and keeping her warm, and her visiting and coming back. You know, so many things were just going through my mind, and I'm like, why? You know, but it is what it is. We thank God for her life. We are grateful to God that she brought her at such a time as this, and she also, you know, paid her dues. For as far as I'm concerned, she really paid her dues. All right, so that's where we're going to stop for now. We thank God because her soul, we know that she is in heaven right now. Blessed be God. Bye till I come your way next time. Keep enjoying yourself. Bye for now.